Hi, welcome to Ask the Teacher. I'm your host, Veronica Steele. Ask the Teacher is a Q&A platform where you, the parent, can ask me, the teacher, questions about your child's early childhood development. Early childhood are ages 3 to 5. The different developmental domains are physical, gross and fine motor, social emotional, and academics. You, the parent or caregiver, ask the question, and I'll be more than happy to answer. You can post your questions to Quora because that's where we get our questions from. Just look for Ask the Teacher, Veronica Steele. I'm going to read 3 questions today that have been burning questions that a lot of people want the answers for. The first question is, what are the best books for reading and reducing stress for your child? Well, since this pandemic, we all have been having lots of stress. Now remember, your child mirrors you. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Be mindful of your face when you're speaking to them. Be mindful of your body and disposition. You take care of you so that you can take care of them. The best books are social emotional books. So whatever your situation, that's the book you should research. I'll post links to different books that I use in my classroom to help you out. If your child is dealing with fear, there's tons of books about how not to be afraid. Remember, you want to limit the amount of television that you're taking in and the amount of television you're allowing them to take in because we are what we put inside. So if you're putting lots of fear inside, you're going to want to maybe think about adding a little bit more faith because you definitely want to mirror for them because they're looking at you for guidance. They're looking at you to show them how to get through. You're modeling how they should act when they're stressed. So definitely, if they're worried about something, there's tons of books about being worried. And I'll add some how to talk to them about COVID books as well. Thanks for answering and asking that question. The next question is, there's a question here. Ooh, which do you teach first, shapes or letters? Parents, caregivers, please remember, children learn shapes before they learn letters. So you want to start with some basic shapes. Circle, triangle, square, and rectangle. Remember, those are the shapes that make the most sense to them because those are the shapes they see all the time. Remember, use things in the house that represents those shapes, things they see every day, like the dishes, different circles, different patterns of the circle, big circles and small circles. It makes sense to them. They'll retain the information. If you're outside, go ahead and look at the different shapes of the traffic light or the yield sign. Great triangles for that. And you can also use this as an opportunity to introduce octagon because that means stop. And tell them about what different colors mean. Like red means stop, green means go, yellow means very, very slow. They pick those little things up in songs as well. If you're back in your house, look at your refrigerator, your microwave. Those are all shapes, and even your table. Those shapes are the ones they'll retain because they can associate it to what it is. They have meaning behind it, and it makes sense to them. The letters you want to start with are the letters in their name. Remember, young children learn by things that make the most sense to them. Their name, for instance, my name, Veronica. I would start with the letter V. And you want to make learning fun. If you're having a good time, they're having a good time, and they'll learn more. Make it less stress. Sometimes you might need to take a break. You can give them time to take a break, especially now. We pretty much definitely need breaks to stay stress-free. And when you're doing those breathing exercises to calm down, make sure you're not shallow breathing, where you take just the breath at the top of your lung. Do deep belly breaths. So in your nose and out your mouth. Oh, that feels so good. Usually do it about 3 times. You'll feel the tingles. You'll calm right down because they can't learn anything if they're upset. Cortisol fills their brain and their thinking is off. They're totally emotional, no logic. So make sure that when you're learning and when they're learning, Make sure that it's a calm environment. Kneel down to their level so you're not towering over them, that you're face to face. That way they don't feel eager or less stress. They don't feel threatened. Think about it. Everything that they see is so high. Come down to their level. It reminds them that you are on their side, even if you might be angry with them. It puts them at a peace resting state. I'm going to answer another question. Let's see. We talked about the alphabet. Oh, this is a good one. It says, at what age should a child learn about boundaries? I don't know about you, but I think immediately, as soon as they come out, they're learning boundaries already, what they can and can't do. They're already getting limits and expectations. Remember, when they first come out and they get that whiff of that cold air on their bottom, they start screaming, and then someone calms them down and gives them a hug and lets them know that it's okay. They're already learning boundaries. When I'm screaming, somebody's gonna come. When I feel a certain way, I can scream and someone comes. They're already learning boundaries, limits, and expectations. You want to start immediately, families. And another thing, don't forget, who are the teachers? The doctor's the teacher. The nurse is the teacher. Of course, you, the parents, are the teacher. And we talked about the environment being the teacher. So they have lots of teachers. They're already ready to learn as soon as they come out. They're learning how to maneuver in their world. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today for Ask the Teacher. So I'll tell you what, I'll talk to you next time. And don't forget to bring your questions because I'm more than eager to answer them. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.